My own father turned me into a monster, and he did it as part of an obscure experiment at Area 51. I'm Abigail Wester, and you probably know about my case called the Abigail Project. My father Albert was a scientist who was commissioned to conduct experiments to create superhumans after the Second World War. He was very enthusiastic and confident about his experiments, which is why he took me on as a guinea pig, his own daughter. I was afraid, even terrified, of having to carry out experiments. He started by giving me high doses of radiation to see how it would affect my body. My father remained serene, but I suffered enormously and begged him to stop, to no avail. My hair fell out, my skin wrinkled, and my face deformed to the point where I was turning into a beast. After only a few months of experimenting, I had to be locked up in a cage because all I did was scream and bang my head against the walls in agony. After a year, I had lost my consciousness and moved only by instinct. My father, seeing the disastrous results of the experiment he'd conducted and the situation I was in because of him, decided to die because he knew he couldn't go back. He left me in the hands of his colleagues, who did something horrible to me. Press the plus button for part 2. Before my father died, he had asked his fellow scientists to look after me only after his death. They didn't want to see the thing they'd created, which was now useless, so they stopped feeding and watering me so that I would die. Only I became totally uncontrollable, and even more aggressive, and managed to get out of my cage. I escaped from the laboratory into the desert in 1964 and was never found.